All right, said we're live, so I'm going to believe that we're live. Can everybody hear me? Is anybody here? Nobody's here. So I can't ask if everybody can hear me or not. So, well, that's a bit frustrating. Okay. Well, let's see. Click this button to share your. I don't ever do this, so I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. Share the screen. Who do I want to share it with? Who can I possibly? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I can put it on the X's, the entire screen. Okay, yeah. What the heck? I don't know if this is going to do anything. I don't know if this is going to be interesting. Let's find out. Okay. Oh, we're sharing this tab to studio.youtube. Oh, just sharing the tab? Oh, well, that's not what we want. Is that what? So it's just the screen? Well, you guys don't want to see that. That's just stupid. So off. Okay. I thought that meant we were sharing like this to X, but I guess that's not the case. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is nobody here. Oh, there's somebody here. Good. Well, hello, somebody. Please identify yourself. So I'm sitting here in my office, my wonderful, amazing, awesome office, and it's very blue in here. But I want to do some unboxing, so I'm going to go turn the light on in just a second. But let me go ahead and set the stage for you. And the stage is this. We did a recent trip to my one. Oh, there we go. Number 19, South Georgia 40. Woohoo! All right. Okay, so we do an anniversary trip every year to the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Or I guess I don't know if it's even still called the Reedy Creek Improvement District. Glad to have some South Georgia 40 with us. Man, I missed you guys. I've missed you guys. It's been a week. And you see what happens when I don't have a show to do. I just go on the internet and start doing stuff. So anyway, this is my office, this is my studio at my house. And it's wonderful. It's a thing that has become like my little sanctuary, my little getaway place. This is a place that Mrs. Rifen envisioned for me. And I went, okay. And then I kind of caught the vision of what she was doing. She bought me the giant desk. She bought me the awesome microphone, RE20, just what I have in the studio when I'm at work. And got me she got me the first mixer. She didn't get me the second mixer. She had me a Rodecaster Pro, and then I upgraded it to a Rodecaster Pro 2 a couple of years later. Awesome thing. So anyway, I'm sitting here in my studio at the house, and last weekend we took our anniversary trip, our big celebration to the Reedy Creek Improvement District, and I bought a couple of things, and I started reaching out to friends of mine because I want to do like an unboxing. And so I started to reach out to friends of mine who do a stream anyway. And I said, hey, first, I'll tell you who I reached out to mainly. I got really a few friends who do streaming. So, there are a lot of people that I kind of tangentially know, but not people I would call friend. But Joey Molinaro is definitely a friend. And I reached out to Joe Molinaro, and I said, from the Rule the Galaxy podcast, and I said, hey, Joe, what are you doing right now? And he said, oh, I'm spending time with the family. Oh, okay. And here's the thing. I'm not going to say, hey, I've got this really amazing unboxing I want to do, and therefore I want you to stop spending time with your family. I think that's a terrible thing to say to people. So when they say, oh, I'm spending time with the family, that's kind of it. And so I hit Joe a couple of different days, and both days he was doing things with the family. So I reached out to my buddy Rogelio and Rogazga, and Ro was also doing family things. And so I said, okay, well, never mind. I can't bother you two. That would be bad. So I backed off of bugging Ro, and I didn't even mess with my buddy P Thug because I know he's got family things going on right now. And again, I don't want people to end their family time just for an unboxing. I think that would be a terrible, awful, horrible thing. But that having been said, I did reach out to Steve Glosson, and he just moved. He left Rome. Actually, he's a lot closer to here. He threatened to come here and look at Christmas lights using our listener James's list. But then I don't know what happened. Something happened. Something often does. But Steve is not going to have internet for like 3 weeks, he told me. So he's not really going to be able to use his stream to do this kind of unboxing thing. So I started thinking to myself, after striking out again earlier today, I said, I'm just going to do it myself. So one thing I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to turn the lights on. So hang on just a second. Because this kind of thing takes a little brightness. I can do work in here without the brightness. But when you're unboxing, you really have to have some brightness. So here's a thing I got this past weekend right there in the Reedy Creek Improvement District in wonderful Lake Buena Vista, Florida. And this is a Sith Wayfinder. And the Sith Wayfinder list price is $49.99. They had it on sale for $30, but there was a little parentheses under there that said other discounts apply, which means my 20% DVC discount goes in. So this $50 Sith Wayfinder I got for $24. And I thought that was pretty great. But I have not opened this yet because I wanted you guys to get a sampling of this whole thing. And so right now, for the first time in the history of mankind, I am opening the Sith Wayfinder. And they're kind of packaged along near, or at least they were packaged along with the holocrons that they sell at Galaxy's Edge. And I have a Sith holocron and a Jedi holocron in the vague general direction of somewhat over there-ish. Oh, you know what I'm going to, no, they're up there. And you know what I'm going to need? Hang on a second. I think I'm going to need crystals. I think I'm going to need kyber crystals, and I have plenty of them to spare. Hang on. Oh, they're way up there. I can't get those. What am I, crazy? All right, hang on. All right, I'm back. Let me get my kyber. Gotta have kyber. There we go. All right. Kyber crystals are here. All right. G-Man, are you coming in? No? Okay, can you come close the door then? Oh, yeah, you can come in. To enjoy the greatness that is the unboxing here? I don't know. So, huh? You got laundry? Then go out and close the door, but I thought you might want to be part of this. Anyway, so here it is. And I brought some kyber crystals in because, again, they kind of function, as I understand it, in the same way that the Jedi and Sith holocrons that they sell down there do. But obviously, the Wayfinder, as with many things, Rise of Skywalker, didn't seem to move very well, or they wouldn't be blowing it out like they were blowing it out this weekend. So, but I will say again, of the Rise of Skywalker, I don't care. I love that damn stupid movie. No, that movie, Rise of Skywalker, you guys aren't watching it right if you don't like it. Here's how you watch it. Have you ever visited a friend's house and that friend has a little 3-4-year-old kid who's Stuart from Mad TV? Look what I can do. Constantly trying to impress you with the really stupid things it can do. That is Rise of Skywalker. It tries so hard to make everybody in the room happy that I can't help but love that little knucklehead. Okay, so anyway, taking the tape off. Not many people know this, but the Sith tended to use reinforced tape a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, so here is the case for the Sith Wayfinder. And let us take the Sith Wayfinder out of the container. Aha. I have no clue how to activate it, but I know it can be activated. There's a little, there's a wire. Does the wire, looks like the wire connects to the Wayfinder. And then is this a cover for something? Let's find out. Let's find out. Which way does it find? I guess it finds the way to the Sith. Let's see. Okay. That's it? That can't be. Oh, okay. I see. There's a power on, power off button. And it takes 3 AA's. Oh my goodness. And it needs a little screwdriver. This takes really? This takes AA's? Because the Sith holocron and the Jedi holocron do not take AA's. They just have a USB charger. Huh, interesting. Well, if this were the actual thing that I was going to unbox for you, it would be an issue, but I guess it's not. because this is not actually what I was drawing you here to. We got all night. Hang on a second. Let me see if G can get me a small screwdriver and three double A's, three double A's. All right, this is great example. Great example of my enfeebled mental state, which is I can't really remember whether it was triple A's or double A's. Yes, double A's. Okay. I thought it was double A's, but I grabbed three triples and three doubles just in case. And G Man, I'm Garrison Rifen, is getting the little tiny screwdriver. There is no documentation with this thing, is there? Anything come out of no, that's it. This is it. The Wayfinder. Wait, hang on. Okay. So the Wayfinder port, the wire accessory, attach wire accessory, head to Wayfinder window on opposite side of Wayfinder port. Okay, well, let's try this. Let's try this without the batteries and see if it does anything. I got it turned on. Maybe there's a little something in here. Okay. Oh, it did do something. That's it? Is that all it does? No wonder they're blowing them out. Okay. So he brought me a little screwdriver. Let's see what's in here. Let's see if it's got batteries already installed. Let's see. I thought this one would take a kyber crystal, tell you the truth. It does not. I went and got all the, no, it's just three. It comes with the batteries already installed, and that's all that goes in there. Dude, this is it? No wonder these things were getting blown out. Nice case and everything. $24 is not a terrible deal, but for 50, it's kind of crazy. Let's see. Scan kyber crystal directly below wire accessory head. Okay, here we go. Kyber crystal sold separately, of course, but I do have 6 kyber crystals, so we're going to be okay. So there you go. Let's see what happens. Let me put this down here. Okay, let's see what happens with the green kyber crystal. Aha. Oh, it's got a little flashing light there. Oh, neat. Okay. So it's showing directions somewhere. Let's see. Wayfinder will start to play light sequence and sounds that are unique to each kyber crystal within 30 seconds. Ah. Oh, so the green crystal took us to Naboo. I don't know if you heard all of that. And then that's it. Okay. So it takes 30 seconds and then it finds the planet and then tells you a little something about it. So that was the green one took you to Naboo. Let's see what the purple one does. The Mace Windu. Okay. Lights. If it starts dropping F-bombs, we'll know it's actually Mace Windu's home planet. Compton. Here we go.
Located in the center of the galaxy,
Coruscant.
Galactic, a vibrant planet entirely covered by a massive metropolis that is home to trillions of beings.
Okay.
Coruscant's glittering uppermost levels are home to the galaxy's super rich, but its lowermost levels are dim, dangerous places where forgotten people struggle to survive.
Okay. Class envy. You have to love class warfare. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Okay, so that's the purple one. Let's pull out the white kyber crystal. You don't talk about evil. White. There we go. The white won't take me to Sea Island. You may be right. You may be right. We got to speed this process up, guys. Come on.
Jeddah, the lonely, the forgotten corner of the galaxy, a destination for those seeking lost lore about ancient Force tradition. Jeddah was a poor world by the time of the Empire's reign, but ages ago it was a center of Jedi wisdom and tradition, visited by pilgrims across the galaxy. Partisans fought the Empire for control of Jeddah, trying to stop Imperial forces carrying away Kyber, bind in Moon's secret heart. A blind guardian of the wills, she defended Jeddah's ancient holy city and barely escaped the cataclysm that reduced the metropolis to fire and dust. Jeddah, the lonely,
It's a lot about
corner
Jeddah.
of the galaxy, a destination for those seeking lost lore about ancient Force tradition. Jeddah was a poor world by the time of the Empire's reign.
Here we go with
but
the poor
ages
again.
ago, it was a center of Jedi wisdom and tradition, visited by pilgrims across the galaxy.
All right.
Partisans fought the Empire for control of Jeddah, trying to stop Imperial forces carrying away Kyber, bind in Moon's secret heart.
All right, are you done?
The blind guardian of the wills, she defended Jeddah's ancient holy city and barely escaped the cataclysm that reduced the metropolis to fire and dust.
Now are you done? Okay, it sounds like we're done now. Okay, so that's the white one. Jeddah. And boy, it wrote an encyclopedia about that. So let's go with the blue kyber crystal and see what happens here. By the way, again, spoiler alert, this is not really the main draw. Blue kyber crystal. The Sith Wayfinder.
Tatooine is a harsh desert world of sand dunes, baking rock that orbits in the galaxy's outer rim.
That's it? I find that impossible to believe. That's everything? You did a novel on Jeddah?
During the Republic's final years, Tatooine was a lawless world controlled by the Hutts. It remained in a haven for smugglers, outlaws, and fugitives of the Imperial rule. Far from spaceport cities, those Isley and tough settlers eked out a living on Tatooine's moisture farms, trading with Jawa, keeping a wary eye out for prowling Tusken raiders. Obi-Wan Kenobi retreated to Tatooine after the Jedi's fall. He watched over Luke Skywalker and awaited the day the boy would be ready to learn the ways of the Force. Tatooine is a harsh desert world of sand dunes and baking rock that orbits in the galaxy's outer rim.
Okay. So we've done all the stuff with the blue. All right, let's do red. Red kyber crystal. Here we go. Red. They have a little paper insert in the red container. Why? Because sometimes they have a black kyber crystal. It's a mystery. They don't want you to be able to figure out which one's which. Or at least they did. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. All right, red.
Naboo, beautiful planet in the mid-rim.
Naboo again?
By the native Gungans, migrated there from the heart of the galaxy thousands of years ago.
Why would green and red both be Naboo?
Naboo's human culture is governed by an elected monarch, most often a young woman, believing them to possess a unique purity and wisdom that adults lack. Chief Palpatine was born on Naboo, served as the planet's senator
This
while
is different.
secretly studying the dark side of the Force and under the guise of Lord Darth.
So why two Naboos?
Sidious's dual identity wasn't discovered until the last days of the Clone Wars, when he used his powers as Chancellor Palpatine to order the destruction of the Jedi and declare himself Emperor. Beautiful planet in the mid-rim, shared by the native Gungans, migrated there from the heart of the galaxy thousands of years ago. Naboo's human culture is governed by an elected monarch, most often a young woman, believing them to possess a unique purity and wisdom that adults lack.
Okay. Huh. Well, I'm going to go back to the green here. Do we get the same world every time? It just kind of surprised me that it was Naboo again. Let's go back to the green and see if it's Naboo. Yeah. Takes entirely too long to get to the narrative stuff. I get there's play value or something. I don't know.
The beautiful green world, Naboo, sits amid a tangle of star systems.
It's different, but it's Naboo again.
And is known for its love of art and culture.
Got so many wonderful worlds in Star. You would think that they would not do Naboo twice, unless there's a reason for that. All right, let's go to yellow. What's the yellow cover, Crystal? Yep. It's the last one I have. I have six kyber crystals.
Takodana, the lush green world,
located
far from the trade routes in the western reaches. For centuries, it has been
you got to go sequel trilogy
of pirates, smugglers, scouts, and explorers.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
The pirate queen Maz Kanata made Takodana her base of operations, offering shelter to intriguing scoundrels, collecting artifacts that called to her through the Force. Galactic powers regarded Takodana as a neutral territory, leaving Maz's castle full of spies but free of armies. The First Order scorned this tradition and sent stormtroopers to raid the planet.
I dropped it. Where'd it go?
For centuries, Maz has trusted the Force to bring her interesting people. She helps them with credits and connections, sometimes gives them a pushback to whatever life path they've lost. Takodana, lush green world,
that's it. That's all you get.
Far from the trade routes in the western reaches.
Okay.
For centuries, it has been a favorite destination of pirates, smugglers, scouts,
and
explorers.
Honestly, as a fun toy, I don't think this is any worse than the holocrons that they sell. I think again, it just has the black mark of being associated with Rise of Skywalker. Otherwise, it's kind of very similar to the. Does this thing actually go back on? Taped on there for a reason. Do I have this in wrong? Is that what's going on? Oh, there's a corner. Okay, yeah, so it should go like that. Doing something wrong. Maybe this is why it was on cheap sale. Okay, so the cord goes in here like so. And then that goes in there. This goes here. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It should go about like that. That's good enough. No wonder they have this thing taped shut. Okay. So that was, honestly, that was just the opening act. Because what I really wanted to do the unboxing about, and Ro, I tried. Joe, I tried. Let me get the real deal out. I'm not even sure how I'm going to work this out. This is what the unboxing is all about. The Star Speeder 1000. A couple of years ago when they did the Star Speeder 3000, very limited run, I flipped my wig, and I don't even wear a wig, and I still flipped it. And reasons Star Tours was one of those, it was a real watershed for me. I remember reading about it in Starlog when they opened it at Disneyland. And then when it came to the studios, I really wanted to go down there. And I didn't get to till been open for a couple of years, till 93. And I'm not going to lie. Kind of had a little of the waterworks when I was first able to ride that thing, because, you know, you spend your entire life since you're 6 years old, you know, loving, adoring this galaxy far, far away. And then all of a sudden you get this experience where you are plopped right in the middle of it. And there is no question you are in the middle of it. It gets to you. So much so. On one of my trips, I bought this, and I love this thing. That's the Star Speeder 3000. And batteries are dead in it now. R2, you could press down and he would say things. Open it up. Inside, you see Rex and all the seats. There's a button on the back that opens doors. So you can go in. Door over here. Button on the back for sound effects. But again, the batteries are dead. I'm going to have to do something about that. In fact, look, hey, I've got this little tiny screwdriver with me right now. Let's see if we can revive the old Star Speeder 3000 here before we open the Star Speeder 1000. Anyway, a couple of years ago, I guess they did one of those D23 limited edition Star Speeder 3000s, and it was huge. It was for the scale of the 3 3/4 figures. And I went crazy, and of course, never had a chance of getting one. Not a chance. I mean, unless you want to pay hyperinflated, ridiculous eBay prices, then sure. But who's into that? Nobody, I tell you, nobody. Only masochists are into that. So let's get rid of these 3 ever-readies. Boy, I'm lucky they didn't leak. I'll tell you what I have noticed in this day and age, batteries leak like crazy. Like we would have them when I was a kid. Here's what I remember. When I was a kid, occasionally you'd have a situation where a battery leaked. Nowadays, it seems like batteries leak when you leave them alone for like 90 seconds. Strangely, it's like the energizers are too big for the daggum thing. What's up with that? All right, so here, there, one more. Let's bring this puppy back to life for the first time in many, many, many years. Ha! Already. And I'll take these batteries out later because, again, nowadays it seems like batteries leak every 7 seconds. Let's see. Okay. Lights up when the doors are opened. This was a neat little, when I first got this, man, I was crazy about this. Rex. Now you're cruising. And this was pretty cool. I really loved this. But when they came out with that Big Star Speeder 1000. I went nuts. That's all I could do was go nuts because, again, I had no chance. But they obviously recognized a good thing when they saw it. They wanted to keep the limited edition limited, but they did make the Star Speeder 1000. Let's tear into this. And I tell you, we didn't go to a park on this trip. So I was hoping they would have this at the Springs in their little Star Wars outpost. And fortunately, they did. So I immediately grabbed it, clutched it to my bosom, and never let it go. At which point, Mrs. Rifen said, "Oh, I guess you want that." Yes, this was my entire reason for coming into this store, to be honest. See if they had this. Not that I wouldn't have gone to the store anyway. Not that I don't go into the store every single time I'm down there. Not that we were hanging out just shortly, not too far from that store the night Omar Mateen checked out Disney Springs and decided not to shoot everybody there. All right, so here we go. We're opening, we're unboxing. Instructions come flying at me. That's good. Play pattern. Sequence de jeu. The sequence of play in French. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, let's get here. All right, I'll come back to that in a moment. First, we're going to pull this bad boy out of here. Those of you who don't know, this is a 3 3/4 scale version of the current ride vehicle at Star Tours. So it should fit the classic, the vintage Star Wars figures. And it comes with a 3PO and an R2. That's interesting because I thought that the limited runs of the 3000 came with them, but I thought they were carded. These are not carded. They're just kind of held in by straps. So come on, let's get this puppy out. And of course, one of the differences between the 3000 and 1000 is the 3000 is piloted by Captain Rex, but when you get on the 1000 on Star Tours, it is piloted by 3PO because he's accidentally in the captain's seat when it takes off, which is part of the fun. Both premises involve an incompetent pilot, but let's see. Okay. Those are the decals. USB cable. Here's the ship. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There's some gorgeousness to be had right here. Let's see if this comes off like the, yeah, there we go. And that looks like the ride. I can say that because I've been on it enough. It's the screen that comes up. Now, I don't think this actually retracts. I think it just comes out. But I'm not sure how it comes out, but we'll figure that out. Oh, it's got seat belts, so you can strap the figure. Because again, it's 3 3/4 figure sized. So you can strap them in with the seat belts. But there are no yellow ropes that the yellow straps to pull to make sure everybody's there. But they do have a little screen if you look. Hang on. Yeah. Little screen where the Rebel spy shows up. Oh, there's the door where they check to make sure everybody's in their seat. This is crazy. Is that the ride that makes you motion sick? Who? Like me specifically or just people? The only ride that makes me motion sick really in life is Mission Space. I don't go on it. One time, all I needed. Hang on, don't go anywhere. Trying to reach back here and see. I know there's a stand that comes with it. I'm not seeing. Unless that's the chair, pilot chair. So it comes with USB cable for power. You can also power it with batteries. The general U is in people. I don't know. It doesn't make me sick, but I guess it could make somebody sick. I've ridden it a bunch of times. It is probably it's a wonderful ride. It's probably best ridden with Steve Glosson. Having done that a few times, I can. What is this? Something about the batteries. Yep, it's about the batteries and how to dispose of batteries. I know how to. Yeah, interesting. In the store, it had a stand, and I was pretty sure in all the demos people had this thing had a stand, but I'm not seeing a stand. It does have feet though. Well, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is the little 3D droid that's supposed to, I think, feed your video screen. Compartment for it should be right here. I have to get it out of this thing. Where's that little screwdriver? There we go. This goes in here. It's got a little peg for it. Set it on the peg. Close the door. Should work. Yep. Okay. Hatch here looks like it does. All right, let's get R2 and 3PO and the captain's chair. Get the captain's chair out. Gonna go in there. Oh, the wall is coming out. Okay. Easy enough. Now that the wall is out, I can put the captain's chair in place. It does swivel. That's good. I don't think there's any one way it goes in. I should be able to put 3PO in that seat. Okay. Yeah, this is the most, wow, this is the most flexible 3PO I've ever seen in my life. His knees bend a little. Arms bend a lot. I guess so he can hold the little handles. There's two handles on the captain's chair. Trying to do as much of this for the camera as I can. We'll put 3PO in there in the seat. So 3PO is now in the captain's seat. All right. And we'll put R2 in his slot. All right. 2. Goes right in here in his little slot. Go any deeper than that, or is that it? It's also full tripod. Does that come off? Does not seem to. Nope, that's just where he sits. Okay, so there you go. R2 is going to sit there. It's kind of loose. I'm surprised. I thought there'd be some way to lock him in place there, but there is not. Okay, so there's R2. 3PO's in. Now, somewhere on here, I can hook up the USB cable and power this puppy. Insert it in the bottom. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Let's insert the USB into the there. No ho. Okay, so it's got juice now. So I hold this up here. Let's see. Little laser blast over here. Ooh, the ones on front go off. Okay. And then this. Okay. All right. So let's go inside this bad boy and see what we have going on here. Because I noticed there's a button here. Oh my, screen's on. All right, let's see it. Oh, yes. Now Vader comes zooming up. That's straight from the ride. Oh, they don't show the picture of the rebel spy. That's great. Wow. There's lights inside as this thing sync to the video. This is amazing. Oh, interesting. They're doing a whole sequence then. The 3000, they didn't do this. It was all kind of disjointed. So now you're on Tatooine in the pod race sequence. They're doing a full. Now let's see. There'll be a middle section after this. If they follow the course of the ride. Would it not be amazing for them to have all of it on here? You can't really see that very well right now, can you? It's so bright. Yep. Sebulba throwing away the wrench. Yep. There you go. Now we go up over the crowd. Yeah. Now we should get a message. Yep. Yoda. Nice. All right. So we'll go to the second location, the third scene. This is long. This is a lot longer than the Starspeeder 3000 videos. Okay, now we'll go to hyperspace. Blue lights in the interior. Coruscant. This one's a good one. It's one of my favorite ones. Now, the question is, do they do branching with like all of them, or is this all you get? If it's all you get, I'm okay. I should have grabbed some figures off the wall, though, and put them in so they could experience the ride themselves. Oh, man. This is a masterpiece. This is absolutely a masterpiece. Yep. Now we go zipping through Coruscant. Wrong way. Stop. All right. So that was one. Let's see if it's the exact same thing again. I'm curious now. That's the same always. Okay. Nope. This looks like the same intro. So I'm going to assume that they've just got one entire sequence in there. They didn't load up everything and do branching and all that because that would be really expensive. Although, no, because that's not the Millennium Falcon. The Falcon was in front of us last time. That's different. Okay, I'm intrigued. Okay, so we did end up in Tatooine. Okay, so if we do that, we do Yoda, then we do Coruscant, then we'll know it's all the same. There's a second button though, and I'm wondering if there's a second. There's a second video or something in here. I'm learning all this along with all of you guys. No, different. Mando and Grogu. All right, do we finish with Coruscant again? Is that what it is? They just have a slightly beginning different beginning and a different. No, this is totally different. Hergles. I've never seen this on the ride. Is that Ahsoka? Yeah, I haven't seen the Ahsoka scenes. I'm blown away right now. They're doing full rides and branching. This is insane. And Ahsoka. So then we go back and how do we land? Where do we show up? Ah. All right, let me see what this other button does. Okay, so it's just a random 3PO line. So just a series of random 3PO lines. Huh. Okay. Where are the other buttons on here? Do these do anything? Oh, there's a button on the back that opens. Oh, and they make the noise, the boarding sound or the alert sound. What about this side? No, nothing over here. Just this one. And at the end of the ride, these should open. Wonder what makes them open or if anything does. I don't want to watch another video, don't you? Let's see what it does this time. This is killing me. Skylar's asking how much. You don't want to know. And I didn't get a discount on this like I did on the Wayfinder. Okay, let's see what the entrance is. This is different. That's a third different opening. Vader going to come up or Kylo Ren? Kylo Ren. They have a version of this with Vader and a version of this with Kylo Ren. Yeah, same thing, but Vader. It's the third totally different opening we've gotten. How much do they pack into this thing? See what the first one will be. We're not getting Tatooine again. Camino? Oh, it's a Rise of Skywalker scene. That indoor? Is that what that is? Is that the Death Star? I can't tell from the angle I'm at. Yeah, yeah. This one I've done before. This is insane. BB-8. All right, where are we going? 3PO said it too. Lights are doing such a great job inside the cabin. Oh, where are the little crystal foxes at? Is this crate? Yeah, this is crate. I've been on crate a bunch. You get that red gunk all over your windshield. Have to wipe your windshields. The AT-ATs, the big AT-ATs come up. Here we go. This is exhausting. Hmm. This is great. Oh, Black Spire Outpost, Galaxy's Edge. Yep. All right, I'm going to call it there because I mean, I could sit here all night and watch these daggum videos. This is crazy. Let's look really quickly and see if there are any buttons I don't know about. And let's see, lift the front hood. No, yeah, lift the front hood, slide the power switch to on to start video. Okay, which apparently was already there. Lift the front hood. I want to make sure I'm doing all this stuff right. Lift the front. So that's up here. You also you want to make sure you're doing things right, but you also make sure you're not breaking anything. So yeah, it is. That's the switch, and it's on. And we know it's on because the video played just fine. Remove the blast door from the cockpit to reveal the LCD screen, which we did. After each video, press button A one time to watch the next video. Okay. Okay. To view the star field, press and hold buttons A and B at the same time for 2 seconds. So like it's see if that did it. It did not seem to give us a star field. Is that because the screen had turned off? Hmm. I got juice. Now it suddenly doesn't work. I'm gonna have to take it back. Okay, there's the star field. Okay, so I did. I held it down for a couple seconds, and it just does a star field. Okay, so what else do we have? Exit the star field, hold A and B at the same time. It's left idle for 2 minutes while using battery power only, not connected to the LCD. Okay. When connected to the LCD screen will stay on continuously. To exit Starfield, press and hold buttons A and B at the same time for 2 seconds. We got all that. Features. B button to activate 3PO's phrases. We knew that. Slide forward and lift up to reveal the inner compartment. That's this. We got that. Lift panels to reveal inner compartments. And they're showing this being lifted. But they don't really say how. They just show it being lifted. Okay, they show this up. Is it from here? No. I feel like there's something there. Again, you don't want to break this for what you pay for it. Huh. But this is an insane piece of work. You got to admit that. Okay, so I don't know where that panel is. Okay. Uh, Button on the back to open the left side doors. We did that. What is going on with the? There we go. Blasters and activate sound effects. We knew about that. Okay. To extend landing gear, pull landing gear outwards, and slide switch into the lock position. Okay, that's good to know. Stickers. Okay, I've got to put the stickers on. Okay. Front. Insane. All right, well, I'm going to put stickers on this thing and probably watch a few more of the videos because this has been crazy. But this is what I was trying to get my buddies to go streaming with me for, and they wouldn't. They didn't know, in fairness. But I mean, as cool as this is, it's not as cool as family time. Let's be honest. So that's going to do it. And all the little, I mean, this is all in the ride. My goodness. You don't see part of this. You don't have to understand. You have to understand is not only did I fall in love with this ride in 1993, November of 1993, when I first got to ride it, but I love this ride, period. And there are a lot of, I'll just say there are a lot of times when a lot of rides are busy in the parks and this one isn't anymore. And it's sad to me that most of the day you can get a 10 or 15-minute wait. But at the same time, I'm not that sad because you can ask Mrs. Rifen. I'll go on it and go on it and go on it and go on it. So anyway, I got some messing around to do with this thing. The sad thing, yeah, when it was in the store, it was on a platform, and I thought the platform came with it. I thought that was part of it. Okay. Okay, that's out. That's out. These are out. Now it says slide the lock. That's this. Have to be out further. Okay. No, okay. So that locks them. That lets them out. Then this should slide back into place. And it's not doing it. Maybe. Huh. There's definitely a button here for something. I feel like this is some kind of locking mechanism for it. Can't really tell. We'll set it up and we'll see. Top fell back off. Okay. I'd like it to stand up on its own and not have that landing gear go back in, because I'd like to leave the power cable in it. Huh. All right. Well, anyway, looks like I got some things to play around with and figure out. I've killed an hour of your time. I appreciate your joining me. I hope you found this as cool as I did. Probably didn't find it as cool as I did, but you probably found it pretty cool though. All right. See you guys. Have fun.